Hello, my lovely. It's me, Fiery Grace the Gifted. I am here with your Ascent Tarot reading. This is going to be a quick one card pull. Someone's divine masculine has been annoying them, harassing them, okay, in the spirit. And I want to know what it is that they're trying to get through. I hope this will help, okay? Okay. Mental conflict and patience. Interesting how both of these people, you see the figures, they both have kind of the like half of their mind or half of their head is different. Divine masculine is not all the way there, but they're getting close. Yeah, they're ready to tap out. And they're recognizing that they are the door. They are the way out. And right now, what's exciting them most is this opportunity to finally fulfill their wishes. To stop and smell the roses and experience a sense of fullness and completion for the first time in a long time. But what does this have to do with you? What's going on? See, again, we have what? Mental conflict. We have trapped in fear. Every time we do a DM reading or something about in this kind of vibe, this card comes up. What does this mean? What if you looked at this right now, divine feminine, and said, "This is my divine masculine behind the window panes because," or my divine masculine feels trapped because, my divine masculine is sad because. I just need to understand why the illusion of being trapped continues to be the first thing on the divine masculine's mind when it comes to being free and moving forward. Like, why are they reporting things like they're not in control of their life, that or that someone is controlling them? Like, what's going on? I know what it was for Mr. Lightwork. I know exactly what system, I know exactly what it was affecting, but that's because I was able to see it over the course of, a couple of years to go, oh my gosh, this is what's been destroying him. And I got to watch God come in and take it away to prove that that was what was destroying him, because ever since then he's been fine. So what is it that's destroying your person and making them think they're trapped and that they're stuck, and why do they need you to know it, or what are they trying to say? What are we missing about this? Material and spiritual prosperity, that they're not going to give up on this dream. But I think that a part of it is them not really understanding the spiritual side, the love side. This is the Six of Pentacles, and I've often told you guys this is the divine masculine's way of showing love. The divine feminine's way is Six of Cups. And I think the Six of Cups in this is like, you see this fountain of water? Imagine if there was a bunch of little candles in it, little tea lights. That's the divine feminine in this deck. Lighting the way, small little steps, comforting, warmth. Divine masculine's way, order, creating simplicity in a space where there is, this upheaval and chaos. So divine masculine, what we don't understand is that this is one of the limitations of them being the divine masculine. There isn't really a limit. There isn't really anything that we lack. When we discuss the idea of the twin flames, concept of people working together for a shared mission, it says that two were better than one for these circumstances. And that in doing that, we also gave one more energies and one more energies, which is why we go by DF and DM, even though I am a complete individual with masculine and feminine energies within, so are you. So if In this dynamic, in this relationship, they are always going to struggle with the Six of Cups type stuff. This might explain why, even in separation, they know they need to talk to us about this. They know they need our expertise. Okay, what's the card? Ooh. And remember, DM, we're going to read it, so get clear, please. What do you need us to know right now? Why are you harassing us? Why won't you just leave the divine feminine alone if you're not coming in, if you're not ready, if you're, you know, what's going on here? Whoa. I don't know why, but I feel like this is oh my, what's that called? The en route. I'm en route. This is the, what would you call that? It's the, I know this is going to sound weird, but it's like the on my way text. You know, if you knew your divine masculine, imagine this was a plane in the air and you're down on the ground and you're going to go pick up your divine masculine from the airport and you look up in the air and you just know that's their plane. That's kind of what you've been feeling lately. You get the message or the download or the sign or the sync and you just know it's them. But you've heard so many times, a lot of people have been commenting lately, things like, you know, all these readers have been telling me my divine masculine has been coming for years. And it's like, honey, you're not the only person people read for. I do have people that come into union. I do have people on the reading that you're going to say isn't yours. There's going to be 200 other comments that it clearly is for somebody, just it wasn't for you. So it's like, okay, let's take a step back. Let's take a step back. You have been hearing that your person is coming for all this time. It's been so freaking long that you're starting to doubt the very thing, you know, this is about potentials and probabilities and futures. So it's like, if you're going to watch this, that's what you're going to get is potentials, probabilities, and futures. But you're just so over it. So even looking up in the sky, knowing it's their plane, knowing there's a part of you that is on the way to the airport thinking, I bet you they missed their flight. That's why this is coming through. This is so strange. Patience and planning. You want to talk about logistics. Look at this. I don't know why, but I feel like this is that in motion. It's like this is that. You see the light around it? I don't know what's going on, but there's something that makes me feel like you can even see the stars. It's like what this is up in the sky right now. This is what's happening. This is what you're seeing. This is what you're getting. So what's the message, divine masculine? What do you want us to know so bad that you can't even send a proper message? You kind of have to just like shout it as you pass. Hey, DF, I need you to pick up some milk. Okay, so what is it? Okay, you guys, can we please go home? If you have been here for any reading with this deck where this card has come up and you've heard me go, why are they always showing us this card? Just leave a little hand raised in the comment, okay? Secondly, you remember how just a few minutes ago I asked you to figure out what this was about? And now it's the message. Also, 8-8. 16, creating simple, joyful, natural, flowing experiences in chaos, trying to contact you mid-flight. You can see the light shining. This is okay. Okay, I'm gonna read the book. Oh, it opens to love begins. Okay, but which one? Okay. This card reveals that it's actually your own fear that has you immobilized and trapped, preventing you from making decisions or choices. Wow. Wait, but my brain does not compute. Okay. Divine masculine. You're reaching out to us to tell us that you finally figured out that it's you. hold on, because let me take a second. Remember, there's a reason why I not only asked you, hey, what is it for you, but I even said what I thought it was for Mr. Lightwork. So let me think about this. Was it technically Mr. Lightwork who made his life terrible, who was preventing him from making his decisions or choices? Hold on now, That might actually kind of be true. Because I was going to say no until I read that last part. The truth is, the situation that Mr. Lightwork was in, which many of your divine masculines, at least in America, many of your divine masculines are in this situation, dealing with it right now. Some of you are the perpetrators of this exact issue in other divine masculines' lives. Okay, so I know for a fact, from my own personal experience and from watching Mr. Lightwork experiences, once we got together, he felt trapped and immobilized with good reason. He was. But that was in one area of his life. And he allowed that to leak out into every other facet of his being. So technically, okay, hold on, reread it again. Okay. This card reveals that it's actually your own fear that has you immobilized and trapped, preventing you from making decisions and choices. You are the one who's holding yourself prisoner or hostage. And in order to continue your journey, you must first face your fears so that new people and conditions can manifest. Okay. Many individuals choose to stay in this place because they can't see the road ahead. They feel a misguided sense of safety there, or they're afraid of starting something new. Oh my goodness. And this is so true. Not being able to see the road ahead. Yes, Mr. Lightwork's situation made it really impossible for him to do anything other than cater to that situation. Feeling a misguided sense of safety there. I think that what he did was say, okay, if this, one quadrant of my life is under control by this circumstance in this situation, what I will do is I will make the rest of my life and my world kind of match that energy, or just basically make it to where that part of my life cannot get any of this up. Meaning lowering standards to very limiting factors so that they could feel kind of comfortable with the rest of their world. And then afraid of starting something new? Absolutely, because anything new that he started would absolutely be tainted or come for by the situation or the circumstance he was in. Okay, so you know what? Again, I think that this needed to come through me because, again, this is not just me being on Mr. Lightwork's side because I was on Mr. Lightwork's side. I also dealt with this from another perspective in a similar situation as a kid. And I saw all different angles. In fact, I didn't even believe Mr. Lightwork's situation was possible. I thought that was just like a trope from movies. So I dealt with it in a small case. I've seen it in a lot of different angles. And I'm telling you right now, on one side, Mr. Lightwork was fucked. I need you to understand how fucked he was. I also need you to understand that his leaning in and giving into that situation absolutely made his situation worse and was one of the main reasons why we couldn't get together. He hid that part of his life from me as long as he could, and with good reason, because the moment he did, when I tell y'all, I was like shocked, speechless, sick to my stomach from what I experienced, from what he had to deal with. So, okay, being this person that's in the middle, y'all know I'm mixed, right? So in the middle, who can kind of speak to both sides, I can tell you, you are right to not believe that they caught their flight. You're right. Because that's the mentality that they've had. They kept themselves there for a very long time. But you are wrong to assume that they really have complete control and they're not being influenced at all. What I think you need to admit to yourself is you look at your divine masculine's life and kind of say, look, it is what it is. Deal with it so we can be together. And sometimes it's just not that simple. The situation, some of y'all know exactly what I'm talking about, but some of you are so sensitive to this particular topic. It'd be like me bringing up like, who's the president or not? Okay. It's like that kind of stuff. People just get so fucking crazy about things now that I'm not even going to tell you what it is. But some of you know that our situation was obviously blessed by God when Mr. Lightwork was removed from a circumstance that most people can't get out of. And so I tell you that if God wants to come in and do something for your person and fix it and do it, fine. But if not, please I don't even think it would be grace. Like, stop being awful towards a person just because you just don't give a shit. Like, look, I love you. I care about you. But anything you've got to say that isn't, hey, I'm ready to come into your life sounds like an excuse to me. So fuck off. That's how a lot of DFs talk to their DMs. That's how a lot of DFs talk about their DMs. This person is coming through and giving you a message that says, listen, I realize that my situation is bad. I also know my hand in it. Like Mr. Lightwork situation, he got himself into that. It's not like he was born into it or something. He got himself into that. I'm not going to pretend and sugarcoat that that was not based on decisions he made. I'm also not going to pretend and sugarcoat that this world is not full of fucked up systems that screw people over every day. We all get to be part of at least one or two or three. Some of us are stuck in so many of them. That's why we feel terrible all the time. So your divine masculine situation is not something where you should brush it off as stupid and they just need to get over it. But it's also not something that you should tell yourself like you're wrong to expect better of them. There is a way that you can be both. Again, I'm mixed. I'm proof that you can be both black and white. You know what I mean? So I'm telling you, there is proof here that there could be accelerated motion and also trapped in fear. How? As simple as someone being stuck inside a tower, but it's filled with books. So even though they're trapped inside, they're getting wisdom, knowledge, and understanding while they're waiting. Okay? Let me read this last part. Staying will only add to your levels of stress and anxiety and create adverse effects in your physical body. Seek out wise counsel for assistance. I think that's what's happening here. You don't have to do this alone, but know that you possess all the tools that you need to free yourself. You're forgetting how strong you really are. This period will end when you use your mind to cut through the limitations caused by your emotions. What the frick, man? Okay, there's your card. Your divine masculine has figured this out. They have figured out that they have probably leaned a little bit too much into their misery and really given in to the oppressive forces in their life. Now, does that mean that, they're an idiot loser or somebody who's not awakened? No, none of that has to be true just because you don't agree with something about somebody, guys. It does mean that they are starting to figure out what needs to be figured out. I will say that. Because right now, I think what they're saying is they have shifted from being focused on problems to focused on solutions. Cool, nice shift. But now it says now I have to find the solutions for these problems. And again, not all of them are solvable. The situation Mr. Lightwork was in was solvable by God. And by the grace of God, it was solved. Okay? There's still a whole bunch of problems related to it, but the part that was utterly destroying Mr. Lightwork has been removed, really twofold. Okay? There was a system and there was a person. Okay? So when you took that away, it gave Mr. Lightwork a chance to breathe. Not every divine masculine is going to have a chance to breathe. And I think what they're needing you to understand is, look, I am breaking out. I am looking up. I'm taking my hand off my eyes. I'm going to open my eyes. I'm going to look up. I'm going to see the light. I'm going to do my best to follow the light. I'm going to follow my feet. I'm going to keep walking. I'm going to run. I'm going to hop on the horse. It's like I'm going to do everything I can step by step to do things better and better and better and better. And I'm going to get faster as I go. However, there are certain limitations in my life that I can't control. And I think that might be what they needed to know from you, is kind of like, well, dang, what am I supposed to do here? Because once I realized I had control over more than I thought, I did try to finagle some things, but I realized just how strong this other part of my circumstances. So what would you say? And if you are open to it, if you could leave it in the comments so that other divine feminines could experience a mature feminine approaching A somewhat immature masculine with kindness, with grace, with understanding, with empathy. What would you say to your person? Hey, I know you're dealing with that messed up situation at your job. I know you're dealing with that crazy thing with that lawsuit. I know you're dealing with, that messed up stuff with your family. I know this, but I know you and I know how strong you are. And I know that, you've talked about this solution, or maybe you could look into this, or I know that, now that you see the opportunities that you're going to do everything you can to fix it, whatever. Again, I was very vague just now because I'm not actually talking about a specific situation. But what I'm saying to you is if you're willing to send a message back, in spite of the fact that they have been very annoying about the way they're doing this, if you could send back a message of peace and calm and kindness, what would you say to them? What would you say to the person who clearly knows they need a word from you and have no idea how to get it based on the circumstances that they're in and where you guys are right now? All right. I hope this was a blessing. I hope that whoever needed this clarity, this level of, I think, zen and peace. Yeah, it's been coming up a lot lately. Coming down to a space of let's breathe, that this hit you and it brought you not only the clarity you needed for the situation with your person and why they might have been harassing you, but then also kind of brought you some clarity about where you are right now and how lucky it's actually been that maybe you haven't been dealing with so much crap like they've been dealing with, or even at least the feeling of being trapped because you are free. I'm really, really excited to see what this means for some of you because, again, I do get the sense we've got divine masculines mid-flight right now. But whatever the case is in your journey, if you need me, if you need Mr. Lightwork, you can always check out our websites. MrLightwork.com is his. Mine is thefierygrace.com. All of our information is in our comment signature down below the video. You can also look through the description, but the comment signature is like boom, 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 boom. Here's the link, okay? Don't forget, I have updated my website. So if it's been a little while since you've gone, or if you ever found it confusing in the past, I have changed pretty much everything to be super simple. So if you're looking for business calls, it'll say business calls. If you're looking for a personal reading about you, your DM, a 1 card, a 30-minute, any of it, that's all in the same place now. So you're going to have to make sure you're clicking those drop down menus on the website because that's where you're going to see all the options now. Okay, so if you want a tarot reading or a phone call, you're going to see those are split, right? Because those are separate, completely different things. I offer phone coaching and I also offer tarot readings over the phone. So now just get familiar with the website and how things have changed. And almost everything, I think 90% of the stuff on the website is on sale right now. Even the exclusives, not the new exclusives, but the old exclusives are, okay? So if you're interested in pretty much anything, or you've been wanting to kind of test out, what our services look like away from this part of YouTube, go to our websites, check us out, and let us know how we can be of service because that's what we're here to do. That's it. We just want to make your journey feel lighter. We just want to make you feel more love in the moments where your DM isn't there to provide that. We want to provide peace on this journey so that you can move forward no matter where they're at and how long they're taking or short or whatever the heck they've got going on. So if we can be of any assistance with understanding your person, understanding your journey, understanding your light work, getting some coaching, getting some relationship coaching, marriage counseling. I mean, there's all kinds of things that we offer. If you need one of us or both of us, just check out our websites. Everything is there, okay? I love you. I hope this helped whoever needed it. And I hope your divine masculine stop annoying you and just pick up the damn phone. Love you. Peace.